Well, a good morning to all of you. We're now into the end of October, and just before we switch into the new month, I figured we would quickly go and plant some barley. And so that is part of the plan, but I do have a few more things I do want to do. For one, we want to haul away all of the crops that we have been acquiring. And so that'll be another thing we need to do. Load up the train. Let's send all those crops out there. Let's see what we can make for an income this year. But yes, first off, we need to go and plant that barley. Alright, here we are. We got the Farmall 560. And let's go grab this planter and doesn't hook up. Do you guys remember if I used the Farmall M or if I used the 560 to plant last time? Because this one is not hooking up. This tractor it's a wonderful tractor. It's very fast. It's pretty strong for the size of it, but do I ever get tired of it not having a drawbar? See, this drawbar works though. Why is it that certain drawbars just don't work? That one works. Pretty sure my grain cart I've been using all the time with this tractor, this one probably works. But for some reason, it just seems, yeah, that works. Just seems like this thing does not hook up to everything. Rather annoying, especially when you have a nice seeder like this that's ready to go. Oh man. Alright, well, I think I have a plan. Indeed, do I ever have a plan. Let me tell you what the plan is. I am going to try a different tractor. Now, I believe this one does work, but which tractor am I speaking of? The 970, of course, right here, the Agri King. This one you can boost up the power quite a bit, but this will already be a 20 horsepower boost from what we currently have, so I think that should be fine. We can boost it up later if we need to. As far as wheels go, we got narrow tires, wide tires, duals. Don't think do we really want duals on it? Why not? Why not have duals? I mean, the tractor looks good for it. Exhaust, we got this chrome stack or standard. I like the standard. Put all the weights we can in the front. We'll probably need them. And our color options are either standard or white. I do like that cream color. And of course we need to change the plate. Okay. And 26,800. That's a pricey tractor. But thankfully we've done some missions in between, so we should be able to afford this tractor. Almost $30,000. My goodness, guys. Alright. We need to see the moment of truth and compare it next to the 560. Alrighty, here we are. Look at this thing. I like how it says 401 cubes. I'm guessing it's cubic inches, but it's kind of funny. This thing is pretty nifty looking. I think it should do us just nicely. And yes, it does have a drawbar, so hopefully that's going to work. Dual service remotes. It's got a PTO. Looks like it's got the 540 PTO. 3-point. The tires look a little excessive, but I think we'll enjoy this. Not sure why the trailer's here. We may as well bring that home since the tractor's here too. And then I'll probably remember much later on why I brought the trailer here, but hey, we'll worry about that later. So yes, we can confirm it does hook up. And now we gotta listen to this thing a little bit, so I'm gonna be quiet and let you guys enjoy the sounds of this tractor. The good news is the tractor hooks up beautifully. So no problem there, and I have no issue. I have no reason to think that the tractor can't pull this seed drill. I'm going to open up cover. Let's take a look. Looks like it's full of seed, but it needs fertilizer. I may have to haul a couple loads of fertilizer out. I'll probably do that. Yeah, let's go order some fertilizer from the store and bring that on over. I guess we know why we had the trailer originally at the store, so I had to bring it all the way back with the M. But yes, we will load these up on the trailer, and then I obviously can't do it by hand. I'll have to get the loader for the M, and then we'll put them on the trailer. We'll bring this back to the yard so we can start planting. We've got our fertilizer all loaded up, so off to the yard we go. Let's see if we can get our planting started here right shortly. While we're waiting for the fertilizer to show up, I just want to take a moment and see the difference in the size of the tractors. So there is definitely a shape difference, if you will. We've gone from the clamshell fenders to more of a boxy design. This one obviously has the world's tiniest PTO. Looks kind of embarrassing. This one has the 540 PTO, dual service lines. This one only had a single set of service lines. Axles are a fair bit beefier, but overall, you know, height-wise, the 970 is gonna win that one. You can see the dashboard a little bit over. Hood height is relatively the same. I think the red one right at the front is a little bit taller, but that's because this one has a sloped hood. So yeah, you can see that. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this one is going to be able to pull, especially with the planter. We do have a fair bit of planting to do, and we do have some other things we want to try. So I'm very curious how everything's going to work. We're just cruising on here. We got the hired hand bringing the fertilizer over, and I'm just going to jump off at this point because this is my secondary yard, and you guys will remember I had the 3 bins there with the auger, but if you guys look, I added a shed. And why did I add the shed? Well, for one, to store carrots in. This is the carrots that used to be up beside the grain bin. But also, I did a mission where I got a bunch of parsnips. And you can see I got tons and tons and tons of parsnips. So this is all left over from mission. So this is all stuff I can sell. And you went bled through the walls a little bit, but we can clean this up yet. That's not a big deal. So part of our story today is going to be cleaning up all of this. It's going to be fun, shall we say. I am going to have to rent some equipment to clean all this up, but that's okay. We are going to enjoy it. We are definitely going to enjoy it. I just want to get my planting underway, and then we will focus on cleaning up all of this stuff. We're just coming up close to our farm now, and looks like my sunflowers still haven't dried out. So that's something we'll be waiting for. Probably in the next episode they should be dried out, and we should be able to combine them. That is the plan anyway. But here we are. We're at the farm, and I'm going to go straight to the planter. We're going to get that thing loaded up with fertilizer so we can go and start planting right away. I feel like we want to go to field number 7 there and, you know, do a few rows of barley. I think that would be awesome. It'd be just perfect. Alright, we're properly topped off. It is time to go planting. Now if I was a smart man, I would have a fertilizer spreader hooked up behind this planter, but because we already have fertilizer in it, and in this seed drill here, I think we can just go on as is. And let's see how long that seed is going to last. Hopefully it lasts us the whole time. I'm gonna have to turn off my worker buys fertilizer just so that we can play this a little more realistically. Alright, moment of truth. Let's hire the worker and see how this goes. From a plowed field to a seeded one. Oh my goodness, this guy's just booking it. How fast we going? 13? Nice. That is awesome. You love to see that. 13 is not a bad speed at all. I decided to be a little proactive and I put my seeds and fertilizer on the trailer. Now I should be ready to go. And I'll just service the tractor as it becomes necessary. As soon as he calls out for more seed or more fertilizer, I'll be right there to fill him back up. Just taking a moment to appreciate our new tractor here. Gotta see how nice it works. Seems like everything's working out really well. There's not a lot of glitches or anything with it as of right now. It's not backing all over the field for half a mile or anything. So far I gotta say I'm pretty happy with it. And it seems like it picks up speed pretty fast. So already 11 and you'll see it thrown in next gear, I'm pretty sure. It's kind of going uphill a little bit. It was doing 14 before, I'm sure it can do it again. As you can see, it's a bit of an uphill climb, but it's doing good. I have no doubts in my mind this thing is going to do really well for us. In the meantime, I want to see where this tractor is going, because we're going to be loading up the carrots and whatnot on this trailer here. I had to rent this trailer because of, well, reasons. This is one of the trailers that has an unrealistic capacity, and therefore I like to use it to move large quantities of items. And I'll be loading up all the parsnips and carrots into this. Just watching the planter pull into the finish line here, and it's like, oh man, is it gonna make it or not? But no, just not quite. Ran out of seeds before it could make it. But that's okay. We'll quickly go grab the M and we'll just go refill it. And we'll probably refill both things while we're at it, right? There's no sense in just refilling one of them. Let's get both of them filled up and then send it on its way again. Barley can be used as a chicken feed. I'm sure it's also used for pigs. So I think all in all it should be very useful for what we want to do. And therefore I think it's probably a good crop. Plus we can get straw out of it, which should make it very versatile for us. We're just going to quickly jump on this tractor and refill. That's all the fertilizer. And open cover. Come on. We need some seed here as well. I guess I gotta move the M a little bit just to get at that seed there. We shall get this loaded in just a second. There we go. Let's try that now. Should be able to load. Come on. No? Yeah, see, this one's full. Not sure why it's not loading. See if I move it around a little bit. Oh, there it is. Trigger point's a little off. Okay, in order to clean this up the most efficiently, I am going to have to use this gizmo right here. Now this is not the proper way to clean stuff up, but it is the way I'm going to be doing it. And the reason for it is simply because if I use a wheel loader, even with the very large bucket on it, I'll be scooping here for an hour minimum. I know that because how do you think all this stuff got in here? I didn't bring it in with the harvester. I brought everything in with the wheel loader. And that was a big one too, not the small case I had here the other day. So anyway, turn on forage harvester and let's see if we can't move some of our material. We'll probably have to move a little further away from the wagon. I think we're a little close and it doesn't want to empty in there. There we go. And we'll just keep spritzing in. As we can move along, we'll keep filling in. Should make it the least painful job we can do. Yeah, that's really moving mountains, so to speak. That's perfect. I love when we can do things efficiently. Next row. Oh, I guess even forward or backwards works. That's cool. Alright. Let me just clean this up and we'll get back to you guys in just a minute here. Okay, we are at the rail yard. At the elevator where the train always comes. Now, because I don't think I've shown you guys this before, you guys get to see how this all works. So I know the train just passed a little while ago, so he might even just back on up to here. All we gotta do, we gotta go over here, and I suppose if we want to be realistic, we go up to the door, but the trigger doesn't trigger there. It's just kind of right about here by the stairs. So L3 to rent the train. It says he's about 2 kilometers away. So we'll just wait. He will show up here soon. And the reason I have the trailer here is because this is also a dump pit right here. And yeah, we're going to load the potatoes first on the rail car. And then there should be room for the parsnips and also the carrots that we have. So we have 207,000 liters of parsnips. That should be good for one of the small rail cars. And I'll show you guys all of that as soon as the train is here. Ah, here we are. The locomotive is here. And yes, we can enter it. We can start it up. And the first rail car is flat deck. We won't need that. And because we have 500,000 in potatoes, I'm not going to use these round rail cars, because I know they only hold about 250,000. So the first 3 grain cars I'm going to skip by. And I'm just watching where, right about like so. So I'm watching how the rail cars are parked up against the grate. So now you should see that we should have the big rail car there right over top of the grate. In fact, I am past it a little bit, so I am going to have to back up about 10-15 feet. Oh, looked like my planter was stuck. But anyway, we shall get to him in a minute. First, we need to back up a little bit. Say about there. That should do it. Start filling. What are we filling? Not canola. We want to do the potatoes. So you're going to see that's going to load up in in rail car number 1 right there. The first of the big ones. Okay, the potatoes are now loaded. So that means now we get to back up. Alright, and let's see how we did. Yeah, that should be the next rail car under this spout. We're just gonna put the canola in first. Somewhere about there. Not sure why the trigger point is not hitting. Oh, haha, that's why. I have to open the lids. That's actually hilarious. Anyway, let's get our canola in here. There we go. Yeah, funny how it doesn't work. And now, move to the next rail car. And start filling. What else do we have to fill? I believe there should be some carrots in here. So We'll empty out all the carrots. We'll add some more carrots to that rail car in a minute. But for now, we're just cleaning out what we have here. Now that our parsnips are all inside the elevator, we can start loading it into our rail car there. The one right in front of the potatoes. And while that thing is loading, I think I'll just go grab the tractor and we'll quickly head on over to our yard, and we'll go and pick up the rest of the carrots so we can load that up as well. In the meantime, I'm looking at the planter here, and he's just doing a fantastic job. Like, we've covered a fair bit of ground. In fact, why don't we just take a look and see how it's looking right now. So he's probably got a third of the field done, and I'm not going to do the entire field with barley because I feel like I want to put some corn and stuff in yet too for next year. So I won't be doing the entire field, but maybe I'll get him to go to the end and make one more pass back. I think he should be pretty low on materials at that point. And yeah, that should probably do it for the planting, which should be pretty good. And just like that, the carrots are all cleaned up. So I'm gonna send this on over to the rail yard too, to the elevator, and yeah, let's get all this cleaned up so that we can conclude the episode. Once again, we are just coming to the end of the field, and it looks like this time it just might last. Beautiful. It actually did last. That is just wonderful. Now, I don't believe that I have any more fertilizer on my trailer here, which is fine, because we will just fill up the seed, and we'll call that good for the planting part of it. We've done ourselves really well as far as the planting goes. There you go. Now we'll take this on back to the yard, and yeah, let's go see where our carrots are. We gotta go finish filling up that train so we can see what our harvest income is gonna finally be. And just bringing the last of the carrots in now. There was still another 77,000 liters. Perfect. Here we go. We'll dump those right on out. We will detach from said trailer. Tractor can be shut off for the time being. And we'll fill in the last of those carrots now into the rail car. So we don't have a whole rail car full, but, well, not the whole train full, but we do have a fair bit of product here. Now, I would, I encourage you guys to write in the comments how much you think we're going to get for this load here. So we got almost 123,000 liters of carrots, 207,000 liters of parsnips, almost 436,000 liters of potatoes, plus a little bit of canola. And the way to ship these off, all I need to do is simply drive off. And you can see the lineup's getting quite long. They've been waiting for a while. So I'm just going to scooch my way on out of here. And as we get to the border, right about here where these trees are, it's going to kick me off. It's going to ask if I want to sell the stuff off to Greenville. Yes, I do. And look at that, $304,000 worth of product. That is our income. So that, to me, that's a really good income. I mean, that's more than we made all year. So that's fantastic. We're at 441,000 right now. That's good. Now maybe we can focus on doing a couple of repairs and whatnot. Get ourselves situated a little better. I'm gonna send this fella on over back to the yard. Come on, let's just save the system. Save and send our tractor on over here. Just straightforward is fine, thank you. And where's our Super M? There he is. Bring that trailer back to the yard as well. There's no need to have him sitting back in here. Okay, with everything all cleaned up as far as equipment back to the yard, I think we can conclude our episode. I think now is a good time to do that before it gets too terribly long. I think in our next episode, it'll be November. We'll probably be able to do some cultivating and whatnot. And from the look of it, we should probably do some maintenance, some washing. Before we put the equipment away for winter, it's probably going to be a good idea to wash everything down. I noticed the trailer was quite dirty. Tractors are probably pretty filthy, and you can see this one needs some serious maintenance done. So yeah, we will have more of a chores and maintenance type of episode for next week. But till then, I would like to wish you guys all a really good day, a really good week. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, you can leave your comments below expressing your thoughts and feelings. And yeah, let's see you guys next week. Thanks.